Hello everybody and welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for another game here on a beautiful Wednesday night. This is a rare Wednesday night U15 game between Dartmouth and Halifax. Wolverines and Whalers going at it here as Whalers trying to bump their way up through the standings after middling out after a hot start. The Wolverines still looking to move ahead. A win last week against the Hurricanes got them into the win column. Now looking for a big one here today against the Whalers midweek. So we'll get right into it here. Back at home here at the Forum this weekend. The Wolverines will be at SMU. For any of you looking ahead, but right now we're at the Forum ready to go. Makinen ran in along the boards. Played down here in front, a little collision. Up through the right, that one sent in along the end wall. Over LaRue. Makinen picks up that puck in behind, some pressure on him. Turned over, Bottomley spins it around. Quick shot, rebound in front. They're trying to jam away on the left side. It'll be covered up and a good opportunity here early for the Wolverines. As we know, Bottomley has that extra gear he can kick it into. And he's been known to show off. Very good player, played his first year last year with the Wolverines. Following up this year with the C on the jersey. That one wrapped around, Bottomley picks it up, bottom right. Played back in behind, trying to get that centered, and it'll be quickly covered up again. So we're approaching the final few games here, the final weekend before Christmas. As there's a few weeks off heading in, and we'll return out of the gate hot with a big, busy weekend on the first weekend of January, and then obviously Ice Jam to follow, streamed on highbuttonsports.ca. So lots of exciting stuff on the horizon here at High Button and in the U15 league, respectively. That one down the left side. Ryan's going to chase after it. Ryan gets to it. Nice little cut move in behind. Ryan looking for the wraparound. That's covered up the other end, and we'll get a whistle at the other side here. So Halifax coming out with the 2-1 victory over Western this past weekend. Bottomley scoring both the goals. Dunford got one back in the third, but it wasn't enough as the 2 goals held up, and like I said, a big win for Halifax, who is looking for it. And they got it. That one back in behind. Back to the line. Watt gets pressured a bit. Cutting down in here in front, and McKay with a shot on, and that was hard off the right side. And for any of you who didn't know at home, last year I was the commentator for the Dartmouth team. Did all the home games for the Whalers. This year I am doing the games for mostly Bedford, but also sneaking in for some Wolverines. You're used to hearing Sean on the call, who will be back this weekend, but for the weeknight game, it's me covering it. So I got to see a few of these Whalers players last year, as they were kind of in a similar phase as to the Wolverines this year, where they had a lot of first years, had to get their feet under them in the league, and then come back this year, put up some pretty good games and some pretty good points. Corkin with some pressure. Tremblay just pushes him over, and it'll come up the left side. Another push by Tremblay, the second-year player. One of the players who shined as a rookie last year for the Whalers. Watt tries to get that one through. Picked up Burgess. Burgess over to the left side. Wolverine skating down and knocked back to Bottomley. Bottomley holds on. He tries to make a move to the middle past McDonald. He'll go down. It'll come back the other way. Lead pass up the right side for Sparks. Sparks spins it in, turns it over. Wolverines lead pass up the right side. Now Burgess catches the Whalers changing as Makinen puts some pressure on it. It'll fall over there to Wren on the right side. Wren, some pressure on him. Bottomley, great job to turn that puck over. Grab now on the left side. Played into the corner, fanned on, and then sent out on the second attempt. Pass across to Makinen. Makinen up through the middle. He'll hold on, push that into the right side corner. The D-man all the way down in the zone, hands that off. Back to the line now, Wren. Wren back in behind as the puck wraps around the boards once more. Out in front for Ald. Ald picking it up in front of his own net. He'll hand it off to the left side. Picked up Wolverines over to Link. Link plays that back in. Crossovers by Wren as Dartmouth work it in, looking to open up some room for a shot. That one steered aside. Back through the middle of the Link. Shot on, and Todd gloves it. Hits the goaltender's pad and stays out. Right side now up the wall. Try to get that fed to Bottomley. Fought for. Down in behind Bottomley again. Tries to move it around. Link keeps it in. Todd chasing. Todd over to Smith. Smith backhands it. It flutters out through the middle. Picked up by Henry. Henry with a pass up to Ryan. Ryan now over the red line. Over the blue. Crossover. Shot high. Rebound's going to come out to the right side. Steered away. Up through the middle. Touched ahead, and LaRue spins around and down into the zone. Gerard. Gerard keeps it in off the glass, as now we got a bit of rhythm to this game. Held on and worked over to Makinen. Makinen has a second with it. Gets it over on the wall, tried to center it. Wolverines keep it in and push that into the left corner. Nogler gets to it first. He'll get ran into the boards. Dartmouth comes up with it. Moving through the middle. Some pressure on Ryan. Another stick lift there. Now Monroe. Monroe shoots. That one misses right. And jumped out, and we'll get a whistle here just over 5 minutes in. So pretty good pace to start the game here. Early, as some chances at both ends. Nothing grade A just yet, but chances nonetheless. Here on High Button, we're doing this game right now. We also have the Woodlawn Panthers having their typical Wednesday night game over at the RBC Center. That one steered in and scooped up. We'll try again for a face-off here to the right. Up through the middle comes Sparks over the blue line. Sparks gets worked into the right side, tries to center it, it'll head back the other way. No icing as it came from the Whalers. Goalie way out of the net to play it, gets it up the left side. Henry, snap pass to the middle. Tremblay over to the right side. Gerard. Gerard tries to get that through, but it hits the Whalers player who was on his backside. Up through the right, and Smith taking some cross checks there from McDonald. Will continue on. Back and behind Gerard. Pressure and now freed up in below. Tremblay. Tremblay snaps a pass over. And delayed offside there as Tremblay couldn't keep the back foot in, and now the puck past the stick of Link in behind. Up the right side. Sent down, no icing again as Todd will pick it up. Todd ran into the boards by Wren. Boudreau behind, turned over. Into the left side corner. Still battling and fished out, but it'll be our first penalty as a boarding call here to Halifax. So Dartmouth will head to the man advantage. So ran in along the boards there. Closest to us. Face off back to Henry. Hard pass over to the right side. Picked up. Back to Tremblay, the forward playing on the blue line. Over to Henry, into his feet. Basile tries to get in on it. Basile with some pressure but can't get it out. Despite creating the turnover, Sparks shoots it off Gerard's shin pad into the corner. Sparks over to Henry. Henry shoots it down low. It'll wrap around to Ryan. Ryan pressured by Nogler. Good job there by Nogler. Over to Tremblay, who keeps it in. Tries to keep it in again, but it'll be turned over. Tremblay's active stick, though, stops it in its tracks, and now it's up for grabs. Ryan down the left side. Ryan in behind. Back to the line, behind the back play. Down the right side, snaps that pass over into the wall. Tremblay picks it up. Along the half wall, Tremblay through the middle. That one misses the stick over to Ryan. Wrapping around near the face-off dot. Swept on. Touched over, nice pass to Tremblay. 39 seconds remaining, a shot low, tipped by Sparks over. Gerard pressures, passed across. Henry shot, that one scores, top right. It's 29 seconds remaining in the power play. And I was just about to say, some pretty good defense there by Halifax. It was in their zone, but they weren't letting the chances get through, but only took one hard shot there on the right side, or on the left side, and it'll find the back of the net, and we'll have our first lead here, 1-0 with 6:45 to go in the first. But if I'm Halifax, I'm trying not to get too discouraged at that, as playing the middle of the ice there pretty well, but can't do much about a hard shot on the left side, shorthanded. Wren down low. Osmond tries to get the shot off. Comes over to Burgess. Burgess plays it up the right side. Bottomley now. Bottomley goes around Mackinnon on the right side. Bottomley steps in, trying to tie it up. Save made. Bottomley with some great crossovers on the right side, freeing himself up and just letting that shot go. Into the end wall. Picked up to the middle now. Dartmouth has a free man on the right side, and the delayed offside as Smith got a little excited. Whenever we set up here, I always say this camera angle is a tough one to figure out, but then usually by the first period I look over, actually pretty good. I know I say the bird's eye view takes a little getting used to, but very helpful for watching plays break out and seeing where guys are supposed to be covering on the ice. So as a commentator, I appreciate it. Hopefully not too tough for you at home. Obviously the Wolverines do jump around a little bit, SMU, Civic, and Form, but wherever they are in Halifax, High Button is there to cover. That one down low along the end boards. Dartmouth picks it up. Smith tries to play it over. Henry steps in on it. Wolverines now trying to work it out to the middle. Link with a little touch pass over on the left side. Henry fires it along the end boards. Picked up near the Killam sign. I'm sure a logo and a name many of us here in Nova Scotia are familiar with, as it's worked up the glass over to Mackinnon. Cooper Mackinnon, the younger brother of Tucker Mackinnon. And on the right side, trying to jam that one through. Basil causes the turnover, so one chance to the other end, turning into a chance here as it's swept out off the stick. Fought for it down here in front and played on back. Whalers pick it up. Mackinnon snaps it up the right side. Now over to Sparks again. Sparks right side corner. McAvoy gets there in time. Passed off on the right and a lead to the middle. That jumps the stick there. Sent back down. Corkum chases. Corkum gets pushed, and McAvoy gets it back over to Corkum, but now turned over to Dartmouth down low. Monroe gets an active stick. Mackinnon gets pressured and now heading the other way. McKay off to the races. Mackinnon on his back. McKay shoots, rebounds, stays out, and he'll run into the boards. Looks to be okay. Holds his hands up, and now a penalty coming, and Mackinnon gonna head right over to the box. Got him behind him, and now some extra chawing after the whistle. And it'll be a power play here for the Whalers. Or sorry, for the Wolverines. So good hustle there to create something for his team. And now the power play unit will come out here. Burgess ties it up in the middle. Bottomley trying to get some pressure on Watt. It'll go up the wall over to Gerard. Gerard steps up, keeps it in with a hard rim pass, and it'll come right back to him. Gerard pass across the blue line. Picked up, shot in, save made. McAvoy had an angle. And with 3:54, we'll try again. Tied up, Bottomley steering that towards the front of the net into his feet. Comes back and is rifled down the right side. Bounced over to McAvoy. Wolverines looking to get set up here. Taking their time from behind their own net. Minute 23 remains in the power play. 3:28 in the period. Up the right side. Here comes Burgess. Over to Gerard. Back to Bottomley, now over to McAvoy. McAvoy plays it down the right side. DeBay sits in front, pass gets all the way back. Gerard shot, that one steered into the corner. Down to Watt now along the boards. Kept in near the ringette line. DeBay down low. Picks it up on the right side, back over to McAvoy. McAvoy fakes the shot, DeBay shot, that one just through the blue paint. 37 seconds remain on the power play. Bottomley gonna take it. Bottomley holds. Bottomley cutting in front, still with it. Flicks it over to Gerard, picks it up. Is Gerard. Back to Bottomley, right side. Back to McAvoy. McAvoy looking for a low shot, tipped off, rebound, put through the blue paint again, 11 seconds remain. Good power play here for the Wolverines, haven't been able to put it back though. Held on Bottomley. Back to even strength here as Makinen comes out of the box, off the stick there, LaRue. Cutting right through, trying to just go through everyone's Bottomley. He'll pick it up, back to McAvoy. Tipped, hits the side of the net, Burgess now. Over to DeBay, into the blue paint and covered up with 1:49 remaining here in the first. And that'll be the end of the man advantage. So good setup, but nothing into the back of the net. We'll continue on at 5-on-5. Picked up and worked on by, and an odd man rush forming the other way. Smith off to the races. Backhand stays out and kicked on through. First save was enough and a great chance. Siebold down to the right side. Smith chasing after it. Boudreau tries to step up on him. Todd in behind. Smith looking for a sharp angle. On the top of the blue paint. Got to keep it out of the front of the net, and it'll just be worked into the left side for Nogler. Over to McKay. McKay tries to get it up to Basile. Snaps a hard pass that hits a stick, jumps over and played in behind. Siebold gets pressured. Wolverines creating the turnover here with a minute to go in the first. Played over. A lunging hit there will free up the puck. Through the middle for Wren. Wren drop backs to Henry. Henry over to Tremblay. Tremblay shoots, stays out. Gerard. Over to Todd. Todd sweeps at it. Back to McKay, who picks it up in the middle. McKay fans. Over to Makinen. Makinen passes back to Gerard. Gerard up the left side. Back to Makinen. 20 seconds to go. We'll have a short 30-second break in between the first and second. Then we'll be back for our second 20-minute period here in a moment. No clear after the first is basically what I'm trying to say, as Wolverines ran into the board, and now power play coming as Makinen Picks it up, and that'll be a charging call. So back to the man advantage here with 3 seconds left in the first. Will be the Wolverines trying to tie this game up. Two minutes on the clock. Gonna have to work hard to try to get a shot here. Into the corner, and now we'll take a break here. We'll be back for the second momentarily with some extra jawing here between Tremblay and Burgess, but that'll do it for our first period. We'll be back for the second. Alrighty, we are back here for our 20-minute second period. Wolverines starting out on the power play, trying to tie this game up. Bottomley picks it up here on the right side. Back to the blue line. Grabbed by Gerard, over to Bottomley. Behind the back to Gerard. Gets it across to McAvoy. McAvoy shot, that one just tipped wide. Bottomley picks it up along the ringette line, snaps a pass, stays out. Tremblay picks it up, back to Gerard. Over to McAvoy. McAvoy down to DeBay. In behind. Up the wall, McAvoy. Plays it down the right side, snaps a pass, covered off well in net. Now an extra push in behind. And the puck will exit. To the middle, McAvoy's shot, steered in behind. Smith over to Bottomley. Bottomley getting pressured near the hash marks. 48 seconds remaining on the power play, held in behind. Tried to steer it out front one time where Gerard steps in, it'll get knocked on by and sent down. McAvoy in behind now, up the right side, the left side, Gerard. Pressure on him. Down into the hash mark, still 18 seconds of power play time, but gonna have to move it back the other way quickly. Oh, a nice hit there by Smith. Disconnect player from puck. Wolverines hold it, but that'll be the end of the power play, so we'll head back to 5-on-5, still 1-0 our score. Up the right side. Seabold picks it up. Fumbles a bit as it comes back to Basile. Basile has some room to shoot that one and tries to go under the arm on the left side. It'll stay out and we'll have a whistle here. Down the left side, Boudreau. Picked up by the Whalers. Try to get that up to Osmond. Todd picks it up. Todd back to Boudreau. Along the end boards. Dartmouth gets back to Watt, sent in behind, chased after into the right side for Todd. Bottomley steps up to it. Bottomley up the wall, and it'll stay in on the blue. Stick handle down the right side. Shot into the shin pad. Whalers up to Osmond, back to Todd. Todd gets slashed at, comes down in front, and Monroe shoots it. No ice there. Whalers now lead pass. Wren up the left side. Wren to the middle. Shot stays out. Nice save as got squared up nicely. Gerard picks it up in the corner. Liking what I'm seeing here defensively by the Wolverines, looking much more sound than what I've seen in some other games. Covering off well, pushing to the outside exterior, stepping in front of pucks. That one shot, and a good goaltending to boot. Whalers continue to push. Makinen on the line, some pressure on Makinen. On the circle, nice shot. Gets into the mask and stays out, all with some pressure. Over to the left side, all the way down to the ringette line. It'll bounce over to Gerard. No icing as Makinen's going to pick it up off the hop. Centering pass. Pressure coming on the right side to Corkum. Chipped in behind him. Into the corner. Whalers centering Tremblay. Tremblay tries to backhand that. Brewer chases after it. Helps cut it up. Right side. Sparks across. Shot by Tremblay. Just stays out as it tips off the stick into the left side. Corkum with some pressure. Ald coming in as well. Turned over. Brewer now picks it up. The former Bedford Blues player shoots it down low. Bottomley with some good pressure, and he'll lay a big hit. Disconnecting man from stick, and it'll head down. We'll head back the other way. Like I said, Brewer played on the Bedford U13 AAA team last year that competed with Pictou County all year long, just one division below us or one age group below us, formerly known as Pee Wee AAA. And had the heartbreaker at St. X, as we like to call it here on High Button. I was on the call for that one against Pictou County. What a game it was. But a lot of those players ending up playing U15 this year, spread out across Wolverines, Bandits. So, bit of familiarity there as Makinen plays it down the right side. Into the corner. Gonna come back to Makinen. Some pressure by DeBay. Frees up here for Burgess. Burgess comes in off the left side. Low shot steered into the right wall. Bottomley has that jump over his stick. Whalers now looking to get it back the other way. We are 14:06 remaining in the second, so the extra 5 minutes here in the second period killed off with barely any whistles, let alone any goals. This is a fluid play to this game here so far. The first 2 minutes we had a couple whistles, but since then it's been pretty back and forth clean. Goalies are letting them go. Left side to Bay, snaps up pass across. Freed up for the middle. Whalers try to get that in. It'll be down. Boudreau skates at it. And it'll go for the icing. So the U15 league really is quite wide open here. Not really typical, to be honest, for the U15 league. Usually there's a powerhouse team, but this year it's dead even. The difference between first and fifth place, only 4 points. Just insanity. And then the difference between, what is this, between 8th place and that 4th place, just another 10 points. It's quite even here as teams get settled in. We've played the Monktonian. We've played the first half of the year pretty much. And it's been interesting to see how it's shaken out. Picked up on the right side. Steered off into the corner. McKay along the wall, trying to get that through the middle. We knew there'd be parity in the league this year, even talking to the players at the high performance camp this summer at St. FX, which was broadcasted on High Button Sports. Even with that, we knew there'd be more parity this year, but it really has been that way, and the players, I guess, were right. Who knows better than the players? Maybe the parents? I don't know. But nonetheless, seems like what everyone predicted has come true, and it's anyone's game here heading into the second half of the season where every game matters. It's down the left side. Picked up by Wren. Wren moving out into McKay's skate. He'll get worked off into the wall. A bit of a collision there as two men go down. Smith back up over to Basil. Basil just shoots that in. It'll be gloved and covered here in the Dartmouth end. 12-12 exactly remaining here in the second, still 1-0. We obviously had the addition of the Rage team this year. Rage, the new Cole Harbour team on High Button Sports. The Whalers and the Wolverines, part of the High Button family, obviously. The Wolverines, a new client. The Whalers have been around for a couple years now, one of the originals, so shout out to the Dartmouth Whalers. That one onto the stick. Up the left side, Makinen's going to keep it in. Pushes that back in behind, Bottomley grabbing. Chipped in, that one's going to get by, and now trying to get it centered up. It'll be held by the Whalers in behind. Tremblay gets some pressure. Back to the blue line. Shot in and snared out of the air there. And we'll try again. Fresh legs coming out here for the Whalers. Halifax keeps their lines out there. And we'll wait for the face-off. Back to Makinen. Makinen stick handling, high shot that falls off to the left side. Kept in. Some pressure into the half wall, staying on him. Seabold picks it up. He'll work it down in behind. Gerard with a hit. Picked up. Whalers trying to center. Wolverines covering that center of the ice, though, still. Keeping them to the exterior, as I mentioned in the first period. It's working for them right now. Just the one power play marker, the difference in this game, as that one's sent in and covered up. Dropped in and to the left side. Todd wraps it around the boards over to Bottomley. Back and behind. Snap pass up through the middle. McDonald over to Wren. Gerard along the end boards. He'll get pressured. Wren picks it up. Back to the blue line, just held in. Now on the top of the left side circle. It'll be corralled. 10 minutes to go here in the second. Shot into his skate. Pressure by Bottomley as he finishes this check down to Gerard on the right side corner. Wren picks it up near the hash marks. Little chip play, won't get it by. Gerard now in behind, smacks that in the other way. And now just 1 second inside 10 minutes. We'll have a whistle and we'll try it again off the icing. Face off again here in the Wolverine zone. Tied up through the middle. McAvoy picks it up. McAvoy up to Basil on the left side. He does just enough to get it out, but back to the Whalers. Left into Corkum. Some pressure from Corkum on Ryan. Ryan holds him behind. He'll take the long way around. Ryan, good handles. Tries to put that into Mackinnon in the open area. The little lead pass just off the end of the stick. Whalers in behind. Back now from the Wolverines. Wolverines break into the Whalers' end for the first time here in a little bit. McAvoy picks it up. Low shot. That one's going to just be steered into the corner. Corkum ran into the wall. Back across. Now over to McAvoy. Plays that behind. Ryan outworks the stick of Basil. Down the left side, Ryan snaps a shot. That goes high. Chased after down the wall. Whalers come up with it. Over to Ryan. Up to Sparks. Sparks has a man in the middle. Can't get it through. Ryan back to the blue line. Henry looks, shoots, freed up in front, trying to deke around, and they score. Left in front with too much time. The Whalers will go up 2-0. And a tough one there, as staying pretty pat here for the most part, but just got that puck through. And that'll be in the back of the net, so it'll be 2-0 here. Whalers as we just pass basically halfway point in this game. Can't blame the goalie too much on that one, as just too much time to remove, and Abe Landry has played pretty good here up to this point. So now Halifax looking for the next one. Wolverines up the left side. Hits the stick, gets sent down, so no icing. Henry plays it in behind. Cut off along the boards. Freed up to the middle, chased after now. Gerard hustling after it. Sparks on his back. Gerard spinning out. Holding it over to Monroe. Up to Todd. Todd grabs and steered him behind. Mackinnon behind the back play, gets that over. Smith moving. Poked at. Picked up now and an extra push there. Mackinnon trying to go over the red line. Picked up, sent on. Landry is going to conservatively cover that up, and we'll have a whistle with 7:11 remaining here in the second. Auld. Back to Corkum. Freed up. Auld gets that pass across to Smith. Shot back in behind and chased after on the wall. Corkum gets pressured and freed over to LaRue. 2-on-1 semi-forming. LaRue's going to be forced to shoot Landry with a nice save, and he'll cover it up again as we get another whistle here. So we'll have our 10-minute break after this, then be back for our 20-minute third. 7:18 Atlantic Daylight Time here. Back to Mackinnon. Low shot. Stays out. Whalers to Mackinnon. Shot high into the mask. Smith's going to pick it up. Smith off the right side. Some pressure on him. Whalers moving it in. Corkum and Auld go at it, but it's freed up. Hustling it out. Auld gets pressured from the back end and trying to steer ahead. LaRue. LaRue stopped there. Wolverines now. McAvoy gets over the blue line. McAvoy into some skates. LaRue picks it up. Lead pass over to the left side. Here comes the Whalers. Indoors the middle, shot high, and a nice finish there on the 2-on-1, and it'll be 3-0 here with 5:59 remaining in the second period. Good execution there as it's finished off by McDonald, and we'll head back to center. So coming a little overwhelming here for the Wolverines. Have played relatively solid, but the pressure in their own end catching up on that play, and just gonna have to shake it off, try to get the next one here. 3-0 this score, 5:59 to go in the second. Burgess up the right side. DeBay and Seabold go at it. In behind. Coming up the left side, Whalers enter the zone. Picked up down low, Gerard with some pressure. Trying to get that pass across, picked up by McDonald. Back to Seabold, into the right side, some pressure coming. Wolverines get it out to center. Active stick by Burgess, turns it over. Tremblay with a little leave pass there. Bottomley tries to step in on it. Over to Burgess. Burgess down to Bottomley. Bottomley stick handling. Down in the right corner. He holds. Bottomley back to Gerard. Shot into the glove, and Bottomley with an extra poke, and now a push after, and some more pushing, and some jawing here, and maybe penalties to be given out after that one. Yep. So Bottomley will head off. And that's all that will come of that one. So 4:54 remaining in a second, and now Whalers back to the power play. Two-minute power play now upcoming. Ref giving some extra time here, is switching off. Face off, back to Henry. Henry holding, gets it over on the right side. Tries to steer that back and behind, kept in on the blue, Henry. Pass over to Smith. Gerard with an active stick on Smith. Fished out up the wall to Henry again. Down the right side, snapped across, smacking in with a shot, that one high left. Some pressure from Gerard. Whalers 32 seconds into their power play. Into the right side and into the mesh. 4:11 remains in the second. We'll have another whistle. Looking at the freshly released players here just 9 minutes ago. Hockey Canada just got the notification as the Mooseheads making their name on this team this year, a year after the World Juniors held in Halifax. Looks like Rousseau has made the team along with Furlong and Dumais. So I know people will be interested in that as the World Juniors start Boxing Day. So a couple of Moosehead players making the squad this year, just a year after it was hosted here in Halifax. And I know people had their opinions on that Dumais situation, so good to see he'll get his opportunity for the World Juniors. That one fished in behind here by Makinen, up the right side. Sparks picks it up, and offside there as he saw, so he'll just pull that back in. A minute left to go in the power play. Passed across, Makinen picks it up. Makinen moving down the left side. McKay in behind, stays in front, and will be covered up. So that one took a bounce, benefiting the Wolverines, who get the whistle, and now changed up for the Whalers. Face off. Now coming, dropped in there. Nothing created or really generated yet on this power play. Wolverines need to kill off 36 more seconds. Down low into the corner. Freed up for Sparks. Sparks, all sorts of room to move on the left circle. Passes that across to Ryan. Ryan tries to snipe it, and it'll be covered up, and we'll get a whistle again here. One back. Ryan, a nice hard pass across. Some time to shoot. That one steered him behind. 17 seconds remain on the penalty kill. Whalers holding. Sparks gets that over. Hard pass over to Ryan. Spun around to Tremblay. Tremblay shoots it down. McAvoy. Back in behind for the Whalers. Ryan steps in. Save made. Up the wall. Henry shoots in and quickly snared out of midair, and that'll be the end of the power play. So a kill there for the Whalers with 2:41 remaining here in the second. And we'll await here on the left side again. So hemmed in their own end for sure. But Wolverines, for the most part, keeping the grade A or the 5 alarm chances to a minimum, but still down 3 here. So really going to have to push this into the offensive zone if they want to come back here in our 20-minute third. Doing just enough on defense, just not enough on offense right now. Corkum into the corner, gets that back to Makinen, shoots that around. Monroe tries to chop that by. Kept in by Watt. Watt gets pushed from behind. He'll just dish that down, take the number of who pushed him, and continue on. Up the wall. Cooper Makinen shot. Landry. Early whistle there by the ref, and he does the hand on the chest to indicate my bad. We have a ref up here in the booth with us, actually. Big Ev here at High Button. And I looked over at him and he said he would not have blown the whistle on that one. He would have let him go. But nonetheless, 2 minutes exactly left to go here in the second. Another face-off here. Zamboni getting ready. We can see that big door opened up. Dropped in. It's Bottomley out of the box. His first shift in a while. Into LaBelle. Pass down into the corner. Man in front open for a moment. Played down low, fanned on. Tipped off, that's gonna fall over to Smith. Smith to the middle, LaBelle shot, nice save there by Landry again, and he'll cover it up. 90 seconds to go here now in the second. False start there. We'll try it again. This time we'll go outside. Burgess tied up, and it'll be splitting the defenders there. Henry chases after it. Freed up to the middle and across. Whalers get over the red line, down, and it'll be covered by Landry with a minute to go. From the line, a hard shot. That one's going to come over. Brewer going to pick it up near the ring at line. He'll put that towards the middle. Sparks grabs it in the last minute here of the second period. Whalers back. That one sneaks in behind. Todd's going to have to chase after it. Sparks and Todd going at it along the end boards. Ald comes up with it, helping his defensive partner. Over to Smith. Back in behind. McAvoy. In along the end boards. McAvoy knocked down, and along the half wall they fight for it. 23 seconds. Trying to get to the end of this one. Smack that. It'll go wide into the corner. Makinen pinches down. Hit on Makinen. 10 seconds. Back to Seabold. Seabold into the middle. Hands that off the left side. Whalers shot steered aside. And that'll take us to the end of the second. So 3-0. And at the end of 2, we'll take a 10-minute break here. Be back for the third shortly. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, we're back here for our third period. Bit of a wait there as one of the Zambonis kicked the bucket mid-flood. Don't know if it fully kicked the bucket, but they had to switch it out. That was causing the wait in the action, but we're back at it here. 3-0 lead in the third period here for the Whalers as the Wolverines try to come back in this one. The old Halifax versus Dartmouth rivalry. As Whalers trying to move their way up the standings with key victories here. Wolverines looking to make a push and separate themselves from the Hurricanes, the team they beat this past weekend. Watt down low. Some pressure into the right side corner. Watt stick handling. Gerard slaps that back in. Across to Bottomley. Bottomley a little toe drag once, toe drag twice. Going to be knocked over by McDonald. Into the linesman and back over to Cooper Makinen. Pass across. Picked up here on the left side. Here comes Watt. Watt shoots that one down. Picked up by Gerard. Gerard, hard pass up the right side. Hitting the stick of Basile. Down in behind for Link. Ran into the boards. Freed up here, Basile, chance in front. Oh, and he shoots that one high, left side. Best opportunity for the Wolverines in a while. Boudreau over to Basile, jumps his stick. Moving up through the middle. Backhand, save made by Landry, in behind Boudreau again. Up the wall, ran off, and in behind. Picked up now by Henry. Henry into the corner. Hit late again. Up to Wren. Wren to Smith. Smith gets through Todd, but Todd with the second effort gets a nice stick on it and keeps it away. Good play there. Over to Wren on the left side. He steps down. Boudreau. Picked up now, trying to go for a skate. Held in. Whalers, Makinen, hard pass over to Smith on the right side, but Gerard's going to pick it up, skate through his own blue paint. Up the right side, here comes Gerard. Entering, low shot, save made and pushed it to the corner. Seabold steered that aside, now stepped in Bottomley with a big hit. Slow to get up. Over to LaBelle. Corkum chases. Corkum down low, that's going to be wrapped around. Gerard along the end boards and behind. Pass over to the right side, now steered in front. Here comes Bottomley. Bottomley. Back in behind, Bottomley. Oh, had a chance for potential wraparound, but it got caught up on his stick. In the corner, some pressure mounting, but Bottomley somehow comes out with it. Watt picks it up in the open area. The wall and now shot in. Osmond puts it by Corkum, chased after by McAvoy. Head up, Wolverines, chip that up ahead Lemoyne. McDonald smacks that back into Henry. Pass across, Whalers over to McDonald. McDonald through the middle, he'll try to split the D-men. Ald spins around, it's over to Tremblay. Tremblay back down low, but it'll stay up there into the corner. Freed over. Pinched off the wall and back to the line. Pass over Henry again. Left side, steps down. Shot high over the right post as we'll continue on here. Henry picks it up once more. Into the skates. That one steered off in front. Missing this stick now. Smith tries to catch up, but it'll be Henry with his head up, spinning around. Pass over to the right side. Ryan. Near the ringette line. He'll come back around. Ryan into the middle, and the active stick gets it back to the line, but Makinen fires one in, stays out. Over to Bottomley. Bottomley up the right. Shot, rebound in front. That one knocked out of harm's way just in time. Burgess stepping in. Bottomley down to Burgess. One-timer pass in front to Gerard. Gerard winds one up, tries to tip it over to DeBay. Tough shot to pull off. Kept in. DeBay now circling on. DeBay shot. That one saved. Looking to go 5-hole. Bottomley in behind. Bottomley gets pressured. He'll bring it up to the other side. So now the Wolverines putting pressure on here. Down low. Jumps over the stick at DeBay. Burgess tries to pinch up on it. Ran in along the boards by Wren. Freed up to Burgess. Kept in on the right side. That one off the glass. Comes over to Todd. Todd down low. Whalers shoot that out and will be sent down 6 minutes into the third period. That was a extended time without a whistle here. As we'll head back down into the Whalers' end, but pretty back and forth start here to our third. Still 3-0 the score here on this rare Wednesday night U15 game. Pressure on Watt. McKay. Basil in on it. McKay. In behind. Gets the active stick going. Smith will pick it up from the back end. Pushed behind by Nogler. Still moving it forward. Wren picks it up. Nogler looking at pressure as well. It'll come back to Henry. Henry holds down into the left side corner. Picked up, little cut move. Down to Sparks. Corcoran looks to go the long way around. Sent him behind. Sparks ran off into the wall. Basil now with it. Basil tries to snap that pass up to Henry. It'll go by his stick and wide. Spinning around, Whalers. Up the wall. Pass gets across. Henry in near center. Steered in behind to Corkum. Corkum has a man open on the right here up to Bottomley. Bottomley runs out of a bit of room as Dartmouth gets their change in. Link puts the pressure on and now it's up to LaBelle. Touched in ahead. The boys are playing hard here as that one goes offside. And the face-off coming down here in front. Bottomley wins it back to Boudreau. Boudreau across to Gerard. Gerard crosses over as he gets that up ahead. Into the left side. Shot on, steered into the corner. Monroe back to Gerard. Gerard holds, shoots it high. It'll fall down to Lemoyne. Steered in behind. Monroe trying to cut off in the corner. Gerard stepping up on it, steered in behind for Link. Up to LaBelle. To the middle, a hard stick comes down from Monroe. Gerard up the right side. Lead pass, and now Tremblay coming onto the ice here. Tremblay on the break. Tremblay shoots, save made. Trying to go 5-hole. Boudreau was on his back. Over to Osmond, trying to get that up free ahead. But it's worked into the half wall. Golden opportunity there for young Tremblay. As that one sent down, Travis Tremblay, like I said, did the Dartmouth games last year. He was a bright spot for this Whalers team, and I got to know him a little bit over the course of the high performance camp this summer. A nice young man out there, a baseball player as well. Even played a little bit of catch with the guy. So a good chance there, but wouldn't go for him. In his second year here in U15, I know he was motivated and encouraged by the direction the Whalers were taking this year, so he'll be fighting to the bitter end. Smith picks it up on the hash marks. Over to Makinen. That one sent in down low. McAvoy turned over, shot on. Ryan tries to get one, and it's steered ahead. Down low, and a shot on by McDonald. 11:16 remains now in the third. In behind, Whalers, Ryan into the corner, Tremblay into the skates. Hustled to the front of the net, will be back to Link. Link jumps the stick of Henry. Swinging around, Henry slaps that back in. Burgess along the end boards. Freed up now, Whalers. Burgess putting the pressure on, steps up onto Bay. Now Bottomley comes out with it. Over to Henry. Fanned on it. Looking for a stick lift. McDonald shoots that back in behind. Corkum now. Pass off now. In through the middle. That one's sent down. With 10:20 remaining here in the third, we'll have the whistle. Drop back, Mackinnon with a nice snapper right on. Had a good look at it. 10:16 remains. We'll try again. Tied up there in the middle. Nogler and Wren go at it. Freed up here for the Wolverines. Wolverines up the left side. Lead pass. Brought into the zone there, spinning down in front. Try to go low. It'll come over to Sparks. Sparks tries to get up the wall. Smith picks it up. Swept out there. Wren circling. Wren down into the right side quarter. Boudreau gets run into the boards. Sparks trying to get that through to Wren. Here comes Wolverines, and a hard hit along the boards there by Smith. Nogler shook that one right off. McKay gets pushed off into the wall, pressured back in behind. Whalers trying to square it up in front, worked into the corner. Sparks back to the line. Watt played it down low. Wren into the corner. Centering, it'll be freed up to McKay. McKay shoots it, and that'll go outside as it went into the crowd here. We know there's no mesh really here at the Forum. Right under us. I don't know if that caught a fan or not, but if it was, looked like it had a trajectory to get up there. 9:06 remaining here in the third. Still 3-0. Haven't seen anything yet this third. LaBelle gets pressured by Monroe into the corner. Try to get it freed up to the middle. Osmond over to the right side, steered in behind Gerard. Up the wall, it'll be freed up, touched up by Wolverines. Monroe trying to roll that in. Monroe shoots it. That one jumps over the glove but stays out. Over to Osmond. Osmond touches that back to LaBelle. DeBay with some pressure. Up the wall to Watt. 8 p.m. we hit here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I know there's a Mooseheads game going on down the road as well. I'm sure that'll be great for traffic after. Over to Osmond. Osmond stepping in, finds some open room, looking for a stick lift. LaRue keeps it around. Looking for a wraparound, all pressured. Wolverines coming out with it. Try to steer up to Brewer, can't get it through. Along the wall, some pressure coming, and it'll come over to Tremblay. Jumping the stick, Seabold. Free to the middle. Over to Smith. Smith Into the feet. You hear the feet. Some fans yelling feet, I should say, as players, fans, and everyone alike typically do that. Coaches trying to help your guy out. Actually, one of the few times where you can usually hear and utilize that to your advantage. Typically, I find when you're out there on the ice, you kind of block everyone out, but when you're looking for a puck and you hear that, it actually does help out, so fair enough there. 6:52 remaining here in the third. Into the corner here, Burgess. Burgess tries to get it centered. It'll jump the stick. Back to Gerard. He has to get it from outside. Boudreau up through the middle, jumping again. Down low, Seabold. Seabold evades a big hit from Bottomley, who came in like a torpedo. Up the left side here to McDonald. McDonald, save made by Landry. In on the right side. Puck drops down in front and over to Ryan. Ryan up the right side. Gerard cuts him off. 6 minutes to go here in this game. Boudreau down low. Ryan picked up. He has Tremblay in front. Ryan elects to shoot and he scores. Top shelf. Nice one there. As the lead will be extended here late. And that'll be the 4-0. We'll head back to center here with exactly 6 minutes left on the clock. Shot back down, steered into the corner. Watt gets that through. McKay is going to pick it up. In the corner, down to the Wolverines. Basil gets pressured into the end boards. A little push there. Poked at. And that comes back over for Smith. Smith lead pass to the middle, into the feet of Sparks, sorry. Worked back around. Rusin touches it up for Makinen. Up the boards, chop back to McAvoy. McAvoy off the one hop, McKay. McKay steps in, shot trying to go under the arm, save made with 5:10 remaining. Sent back down the left side, trying to get it steered out. It'll be a battle for it down here in the Wolverines corner. And covered up, another save there. Landry has done his job tonight, has been square to a lot of pucks and has stayed in this game. The last one coming off a shot not a lot of goalies could make a save on. Back in behind for Gerard. Gerard picks it up. Little touch pass to the middle. Bottomley stick handling it out now through center. Bottomley moving over. Holding in near the ringette line, and now it'll become poked free, hustled after. LaBelle trying to chase after it. Kind of tied up there. Refs will let him go. Wrapping the boards up to Link. Link pass across, centering to LaRue. LaRue in over the ringette line. Shot on, save made down low. They'll come up the boards here with under 4 minutes to go. Gerard just out of his reach. Back to Henry. Henry into the glass, that one back to Gerard. Gerard chip back to Link. Into the left side now, under, it'll be cleared out and hustled after into the Whalers' end. Cooper Makinen calmly picks it up the right side, dropped over to Ald. Ald turns that one over into his feet there. Now Brewer picks it up. He picks up and sends it down, a little dump and chase. No icing there as Smith comes in. Smith with some pressure. On the board, it's freed up now. Here comes Tremblay. Tremblay one-on-one. Down the right side, head up. Steered on and quickly covered up. 3:08 now remains as we approach the end of this one. We'll be back at it this weekend. As we continue on to our U15 league. Like I said, our last heavy weekend before Christmas and our Christmas break here for the U15 players and parents, of course. Tipped on through the middle. Boudreau tries to get a backhand on it. It'll come back to the blue line. Kept in, over to Makinen. Makinen shoots high. Rebound comes out to the right side for Ryan. Moving through the middle. Makinen chases, cuts it off. In front, Makinen shoots and it'll just be steered out there. Shot over, Ryan makes a cut move. He's got McDonald though, and he thought he was offside. It was a close call there, so he'll elect to take it out. Ryan now. Through the middle, shot stays away. Chases his own rebound, 2 minutes to go. Back to Makinen, Cooper Makinen, shot, save made and covered up by Landry with 1:59 left to go here. Fresh legs gonna be coming out. 4-0 our score as we approach the end here. Sparks. Low shot, that one tipped into the corner by Smith. Smith cut off along the board, stick lift there. Wolverines trying to move and shake through the middle. Basil into his skates. Gets it over to Lemoyne, between the leg pass. Monroe chops that now, left side. Sent on along the end boards, chased after down low for Watt. 90 seconds remain here in this contest. Kept in by Sparks. Stepping up on it was Monroe. Good job disconnecting player from puck, but then turned over to the middle. And down the right side. Sparks winds up, shot, save made. Gerard fishes it out. Gerard with some good stick handling here. Last minute of play in the third period. Up the boards. No icing as it's into the corner. Snaps that back to Wren. To the middle. An extra push there by Smith. Freed up for Watt. Watt snaps a hard pass back to his D-man. Fanned on over to Wren on the right side. 39 seconds remain. Picked up Corkum. Brewer tries to get the stick in there, but it'll be overskated. Up ahead, Wren. He'll eventually be pushed off into the left side. Ran into the boards there. Whalers back to the line. Shot on. Rebound in front. Landry, and it trickles in on the last chance here with 15 seconds to go. And that'll be the 5-0 here late. And that'll probably just about do it here at the Forum as we head back to center. Tied up here in the middle, and with 6 seconds to go, one last rush here potentially. Shot into the corner, and that will run it out. So it'll be a 5-0 victory here for Dartmouth, as they'll come away with it, and that'll do it for us here on High Button Sports. We appreciate you tuning in once again to another game. We'll be back at it this weekend with more U15 action as mentioned. Until then, my name is Jeff Warburton, joined here by Big Ev. We'll be back shortly in this weekend, but until then, we're out of here. High Button Sports.